Did you know that originally Black Ops 3 was supposed to have an open world campaign? It was originally envisioned as a hub world experience where players would travel through a large area interconnected by hubs. This version of Black Ops 3's campaign was worked on for over a year, pretty much all of 2013, before being scrapped entirely in mid-2014 with the current version of the campaign. But this wasn't the only thing that was being worked on in 2013. As we know, Zombie Chronicles was originally being worked on as an expansion to Black Ops 2 as well. Today, we will go over the development process of Black Ops 3, exploring cut content, prototype versions of weapons, and even the earliest glimpse at Zombie Chronicles. Join me as I uncover the fascinating development history of Black Ops 3. Starting with our first build from April of 2015. This is the pre-alpha version of Black Ops 3, and it's the earliest build that I have. As you can see, it's already in a pretty good state with some minor placeholder elements. In the create a class section, you can see leftover weapons from Black Ops 2 like the hammer and the Remington shotgun. Actually, a lot of the weapon subclasses have at least a leftover weapon from Black Ops 2. Later on, I will show you some hidden weapons that we don't see in these menus, including an assault rifle that you can toggle to an SMG and, of course, the riot shield. Taking a look at the specialist section, as you can see, a lot of them are still a placeholder with some NPCs that aren't high quality, but they are all here. Also, the screen where you change your map is actually a leftover from Black Ops 2. As you can see, it's very similar to the user interface from Black Ops 2. Unfortunately, a lot of these maps don't work. There's only 2 maps in this build, Stronghold and Hunted. One thing that I really liked about this map was that it seemed like a spiritual successor in some ways to Raid from Black Ops 2. If you guys want to see what the prototype versions of Black Ops 2 look like, I have a video diving into that on my channel. I would encourage you to check it out if you're curious. And as you can see, one of the leftover weapons from Black Ops 2 was the MP7, and in this prototype it sounds and shoots exactly like the one we know and love from Black Ops 2. Going through this map again in 2025, 10 years after Black Ops 3 release, brought back so much joy for me. This is one of the first maps I ever played when the game released post-beta, and we'll cover the beta later on too.
Mission clock is running.
Moving on to our next map, we have Hunted. And again, a leftover weapon from Black Ops 2 was the hammer, which is the weapon I wanted to try out. It felt so strange using this weapon in Black Ops 3, but I had a blast getting to run around with it on the map. It made me wish we got a Black Ops 2.5-esque game with Black Ops 3 that would have expanded upon the incredibly fun sandbox elements of Black Ops 2. One of the weapons that seemed like it was in very early development here was the P06. In fact, anytime I would try to load it into the game, my game would instantly crash, so I freeze the frame here for us to check out this early version. But this wasn't the only weapon that Treyarch was prototyping in this build. Here's a look at the MCAS assault rifle. It was a full auto assault rifle with a hybrid mechanic. It could swap between an assault rifle and a submachine gun configuration, changing how the weapon would perform. And for those who are watching this and recognize this gun, it's probably because you have. It looked very similar to the Peacekeeper from Black Ops 2, which was introduced as a weapon in the first DLC for Black Ops 2 called Revolution.
The Peacekeeper. This is a brand new weapon that's coming in with Revolution. And this is the first time that we've ever actually put a weapon as part of DLC.
This is a bonus element to the map pack. The Peacekeeper SMG is a hybrid between an SMG and an assault rifle. I think players are going to love it.
As you can see in this gameplay, it was just repurposed in this game into a fully switchable gun instead of just being a hybrid like in Black Ops 2. And we wouldn't see this concept used again until Infinite Warfare. Another weapon that was cut from this game was the riot shield. It was planned to be released in the game but was cut from the multiplayer. It was, however, present in the campaign with NPCs using it, but not allowing the player to equip it. And finally, we have an early version of the Purifier Specialist weapon. This version looked completely different than what we got in the final version of the game. Moving on, we have the beta version of Black Ops 3. The exact dates for the Black Ops 3 beta vary depending on the platform. For the PS4, it ran from August 19th to August 23rd, and for Xbox and PC, it took place from August 26th to August 30th. These dates are for the open beta, and there's also a closed beta that took place earlier in the month. As you can see, there is still some leftovers in this game, specifically the MP7 and an early version of the Black Market from the retail release of Black Ops 3. Additionally, we could see that the specialist in this version went away from the 3D model and just decided to use concept art, and we also have the Purifier specialist. I forgot his name, but yeah, he's in this build. Loading back into Hunted, it should come as no surprise that there aren't that many differences from the pre-alpha version, since this map was pretty polished early on. I know that it's technically a beta version, but considering the full game would be released just 2 months later, you would think that something as important as a specialist would be completed much earlier than that. And just like the pre-alpha version, the Purifier in this version would use a completely different model than what we see in the final version. I kind of like it better than what we got in the final version. And as promised, here's a better look at what the model for the character looked like too. Here's the menu system from the beta. Again, there are some placeholders scattered around here, but for the most part, it does resemble the final version we got 2 months later. The beta contained 4 maps: Hunted, Evac, and Combine. And I'm not sure if it's exclusive to this build, but I have this version that also contains Stronghold. I couldn't find anything online stating that this map was in the beta, but I could be wrong. If I am, please let me know down in the comments below. And while you roast me, be sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video. This community has grown a lot recently, and I'm so excited to keep bringing you guys these early looks. Especially this next part. This is the prototype version of Zombie Chronicles. And yes, while this video is about Black Ops 3, Zombie Chronicles was originally slated to be released for Black Ops 2, but was pushed to Black Ops 3 so the expansion wouldn't take away from the sales of Call of Duty Ghost. Just like in Black Ops 3, Zombie Chronicles would feature fan-favorite zombie maps from World at War and Black Ops 1. Starting, of course, with Moon. This map was ripped straight from Black Ops 1 and placed into Black Ops 2 alongside the weapons from the game. I'll let the gameplay play out a bit here, but it was so wild to be playing Moon in Black Ops 2.
Artificial gravity and life support online. In receiving bay. Tunnel 6. Tunnel 11. Laboratories. Aerodrome.
Moving on to the next map, we have Toten. Again, it was ripped straight from World at War, so I won't be showing you too much of the interiors, but what this build does let me do is fly around the outside of the map, which I thought was pretty cool. There's just tons of details out here that I just would have never have guessed, and the map is actually pretty small on the outside too. And for the final map I wanted to show you, we have Deris. Just like the previous maps, it's a 1-to-1 with what the original version from World at War had, with the addition of Black Ops 2's weapons sandbox. One thing to note that, in addition to the Black Ops 2 weapons in this map, it also contained the Thompson, which was in World at War. And I have a sneaking suspicion that this was an easy addition for the developers, considering we also had the Thompson in Mob of the Dead. And one last thing to note about this map is that the Wunderwaffe does seem a bit unfinished, as it has a blast that's similar to the Mustang and Sally, but I for one welcome a Mustang and Sally Wunderwaffe mix. And with that, that brings us to the end of the development of Black Ops 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe down below. It really helps my channel grow, and considering a ton of you guys are really enjoying this content, I would love to see more people be introduced into prototype versions of their favorite games. And if there's any game you'd like to see me cover in the future, let me know in the comments below. I'm working on a Bethesda supercut of prototypes from Skyrim to Fallout 4 next. And if you want to see a full video dedicated to the Zombie Chronicles build, let me know too. I appreciate your support, and I'm excited to see what you guys think of this video. Thank you.